Hey guys, Ultra Maximus here. Give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And jump over to Facebook and like my page to upload your video links, pictures, and join the conversation there. Click on the links in the description below. Hey guys, now follow me on Instagram at Ultra Maximus Reviews and Twitter at Ultra__Maximus. Links in the description below. Oh, hey, look, it's Ebony and Ivory. No, wait, please, no, where you take me? Wait, help, no, please.
Hold it right there.
Ow, oh.
We're two of the hardest charging dudes the Decepticons got.
Ow, oh. Ow, oh.
You suck.
Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we've got a 2-for-1. It's the Transformers Earthrise figures of Runamuck and Runabout. Now, I bought these figures online. I've never seen these in the store. Runamuck I ended up getting from Big Bad Toy Store. I had him on pre-order, and I'd never seen him in a store. I don't know if he's supposed to be an exclusive to like Amazon or Walmart or something. Now, Runabout here, I got from Target.com. He's a Target exclusive, and every time I went to my local Target, when they said they had him, they didn't, so I just got him on the website, and he came about 5 days later. So, yeah. Both of them. They are two of my favorite G1 characters. Even though they didn't get a lot of screen time in the original series, they're just fun, and these two look awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Runamuck and Runabout in packaging, and I've got to say, I just love the way these two look. Now, it's been a while since we've gotten a set of Runamuck and Runabout. I think we got a Generations version, which I believe I have reviewed. I'll have to go back and take a look, but I want to say one of them was renamed to something else, and I can't recall off the top of my head. If you know, leave a comment down below. But Runamuck is the one in white, and then Runabout is the one in black. I loved how they were kind of opposite colors, definitely very cool. They come in the standard Earthrise package that we've been getting. Even their artwork is pretty much identical, except this one is white and gold, and this one is red and black. Which is pretty awesome. They're the same. They're the same figure, so that's pretty cool. Now, it looks like no, they look exactly the same. Which they should, because they're twins. Side of the packages have the same artwork of the poster type art. They got the same box art at the top. So here's a Runabout really quick. Front of the package. So yeah, there it is. Looking all kinds of nice. And then here is Runamuck. Again, front of the package, and his artwork, which is exactly the same as Runabout's. Back of the package here, again, they're exactly the same, except this one is white and gold, and this one is black and red. They both transform in 16 steps, and yeah, definitely pretty cool. I'm liking it. I am definitely liking it. Very awesome looking. Very cool. That's really about it for the packaging on these guys. Let's go ahead and get these Decepticon twins out of the box and see what we think. So here we have Runamuck and Runabout out of the package, and I have to say, while there are a few issues with these figures, these are definitely my favorite pair of twins of Runamuck and Runabout, I think since G1. Of course, they originally were Battle Masters, and you'd roll them back and they kind of flip up, kind of like Bumblebee. They were the counterparts I want to say to like a Bumblebee and, or not Bumblebee, it was Goldbug and all of those figures. And I only had the one figure. It was Runamuck as a kid. I never had the Runabout. I kind of want to go back and get the original G1 figures now. We did have the BotCon exclusive of these guys that were basically Wheeljack Reduxes, and I'll leave a card if I can find it on this video here. But these are definitely a lot cooler. So many homages to the original figures. I love it. So first and foremost, a lot of people are like, well, why do they have these weird kind of little double wheels in the back? If you go back and watch the original cartoons, their feet had the two wheels at the bottom, and when you transform the original Battle Charger, the wheels would come up together as they stood. So that is just an homage to that original toy and cartoon, and I love it. Plus, it gives it some stability back there, so that's definitely cool. The other thing is they got their nice little blocky tops. They're really pretty much the same figure except for the head sculpt. At the beginning of the video, I was inaccurate because I really couldn't see into the package that well. They do have different head sculpts, and they are accurate to have different head sculpts. Runamuck had more of the straight block, where Runabout had a tiny little block on his straight block jaw, is the best way I can describe it. And there's just some slight sculpt differences that match the original cartoon characters. Now, some key differences, obviously, besides the color differences, the weapons. So, Runamuck only comes with the one blaster, and Runabout comes with two. And I heard some people complaining about that. To my knowledge, they only had one weapon each. And I went back and looked at some of the cartoons that they were in, and they only had the one blaster each. So I'm pretty sure it was only the one blaster. That should be accurate. However, Runamuck has the wrong blaster, I believe. He's got Runabout. Well, if you look at the toys, he's got the Runabout gun because it's got the little scope at the top, whereas Runabout has both. This is the gun that he had that's got the little scope, the red gun he had in the toy. This other one is the gun that Runamuck had in the cartoon, because there was a close-up and it had the little X on the side, and his toy did not have the little scope on it. So the weapons were different on the figures, and they were drawn differently on the cartoon. And I remember the guns for these guys were kind of weird because they didn't really have hands. They sat at the top of the doors, which I thought were kind of funny as a kid. But it was at that time where, you know, the Transformers were starting to wind down, and they were making them as cheap and quick as possible. And, you know, it was the 80s. Now, as far as articulation on these guys, it's actually pretty decent. However, there's some QC issues with the heads on these bots, so beware of it. Fortunately, I was able to loosen the head on my Runamuck. My Runabout is still stiff as hell. The heads tend to get stuck in the one spot, and there have been reports of people trying to force them, and they snapped. There was a YouTuber I just watched off of, I want to say it was the Syndicate Toy Hunters, where he put some oil on the back. There's a, if you look at the back of the heads, there's a spot where you can see the ball joint, and he had a little bit of vegetable oil in there, and he was able to loosen the joint on his Runamuck. My Runamuck, I've been able to slowly loosen it, but it's still stiff. So as you can see, it does move back and forth. My Runabout, however, it just will not move, and I don't want to force it because I'm afraid it's going to snap. And it's looking forward, so whatever, it is what it is. But beware, it was originally supposed to move. So just beware of that if you get this figure. As far as the rest of the articulation, his arms move up and down that way. There you go. They move up and down this way. There is a mushroom peg at the upper arm. They got a nice elbow joint. Hands move inward, but that's for transformation. There is waist swivel there. Legs kick up that far forward. They kick all the way out like that. There is a twist at the thigh. It's got a nice double jointed knee. Feet do move up and down, and they got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being the widest possible stance with both feet still flat on the floor. So taking a closer look at Runamuck here, I love the sculpt. The head sculpt is right on perfect. Looks good. It's nice and boxy. I like the Decepticon logo. All the white and black look good. However, the black and the back of his kind of shoulder box backpack there, that should be orange. The original figure had it as orange, so I feel like it should be that way here. I like the smoky window going on the back of the backpack there. That looks nice. We actually have red tail lights, which is cool. The gold trim on the back of the arms looks pretty good. Overall, I mean, this is the best looking Runamuck I personally think we've gotten in the Hasbro lines. Now, taking a look at Runabout, again, it's basically the same figure, different head sculpt, however. I do like that. I like his Decepticon logo with the silver. The black and the red look awesome. The head is perfect. I just love it. I just wish it would move. Now, the red transparent plastic in his backpack behind him, that's not accurate to the toy. It should have been black, and I feel like it's brittle. I don't know. It just feels kind of funky. It does look good, especially on the windshield back there. He's got some extra painted lines and detail. Of course, he's got the taillights as well, and the line detail on the car is, again, accurate to the old toy. I mean, this thing just looks gorgeous. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, it's pretty good. He's got his backpack. I like how that all folds up as it should, because they did have backpacks. Again, the arms sculpted pretty well. We got the doors on the back. He's got the 2 guns instead of the 1, and the waist looks pretty good. I like, you know, the red around the kind of faux chest area looks nice. Overall, again, looks really, really good. Now, taking a closer look at the midsection of Runamuck, again, looks good, sculpt's nice. He's got the 1 gun, which is not quite accurate. It's got the scope. It should have the other gun, I think. I like the smoky window on the kind of faux chest. All the sculpted work on the arms and waist look good. He's got the golden panels on the doors on the back of his arms, which looks nice. Again, the backpack is all nice and neat and folded up. I definitely dig that. Overall, I think they did a good job with the design of this figure. And then finally, taking a look at the legs of Runamuck here. Again, we got those 2 wheels on the bottom of the feet, a great homage to the original toy and cartoon. We get the gold paint apps on his toes and the sides of his legs. All the little details molded in look good. I definitely dig that. We got the paint on the hubcap of the tire that we actually do see. So that's definitely cool. Now, he does have a lot of gappage on the back of the legs, but that is for transformation and completely forgivable. And of course, taking a look at Runabout's legs, same design, different paint apps. Again, he's got the 2 wheels on the feet, great homage. He's got the pinstripe red, same detail on, sculpted detail on the legs, looks good. Very cool, very fun. We got the painted hubcap of the tire that is exposed in vehicle mode, and again, he's got the gap issue because of transformation, and we're okay with that. For comparison, here we have Runamuck and Runabout next to the Siege Sideswipe, and as you can see, they're a little bit bigger than he is. So they're pretty decent sized deluxe figures. I definitely dig them. I feel like this is the base of Wheeljack. I've not got to see the Earthrise Wheeljack, but I feel like the design of the figures are going to be very similar. But it's interesting to have them compared to a Siege figure to see where we started out and where we are at today in the line. Now, of course, Runamuck and Runabout transform into cars, which is a little unusual for Decepticons in the G1 continuity. At least at the beginning of the series, it became a lot more common toward the end. They were doing all kinds of vehicles, and these guys always reminded me of maybe a kind of the Fox body or boxy Mustang in the late 80s, or the Chargers or Dusters of that time period. Just kind of a boxy sedan looking car that might have had a little beefy motor in it. they still kind of have that representation today in this form. So let's go ahead and transform these guys and take a look at those vehicle modes. Alright, so here we have Runamuck and Runabout in their vehicle modes, and for the most part, they're pretty simple. They make sense the way they transform. It's this backpack piece that's a little difficult to get up, especially on Runabouts. The plastic, that red frightens me, but you kind of have to lift it up. It's a double joint, so be aware of it. And mine does not clamp in together very well on the doors. Neither one of them do. So just be aware of that. I think I can go in and make the holes that the doors peg in a little bit bigger with an X-Acto knife, but they just don't want to clamp in quite as good as they probably should be. So unfortunately, that makes the vehicle mode the weakest of the two modes, and design-wise too, because if you look at Runamuck, there's a lot of weird gappage going on, especially on this side of the vehicle. You can kind of try to push it down in, but yeah, it just, I don't know, a lot of really weird, goofy gappage. And it just shows out on him because he's white a lot more than it does on Runabout, who kind of looks like Knight Rider, by the way. All the red and the black. The one thing I do like, it reminds me on the windshields of the Decepticon logo in that design pattern. I think that's pretty cool. Love the red stripe, the white tires, that big old Decepticon logo right there. Again, that nice design in the back. That looks cool. The painted taillights are awesome. So there's a lot of detail that I do dig there. And then Runamuck, again, this one's got good detail too. I like the gold paint up here at the top. Looks nice. Again, that Decepticon logo kind of in the smoky gray. Doesn't show up as much in Runamuck because of the smoky gray. Love the gold trim down here. This really reminds me of the old Firebirds in the 80s. A friend of mine's mom had one of those. The Decepticon logo up there. Looking different, by the way, and I'll kind of show that off here in a second. The tail lights, you got the tail pipes. Oh, that looks awesome. So yeah, the Decepticon logos on the cars, very different. This one's got the silver outline. This is just straight, and it gives them a very, very, very different look, which is not a bad thing at all. Overall, I do like them. I think they're pretty cool looking. For the most part, a little issues getting them to clamp into place. I prefer to have them in the vehicle mode or the robot mode over the vehicle mode for sure. Yeah, the tail lights. Oh, just the fact that we get painted tail lights, I think that is amazeballs. But yeah, there it is, the vehicle modes of Runamuck and Runabout. Now, of course, you can put the weapons on the top up here if you want. If you want to put both weapons, I spin this gun, I don't know, to the side or something, so I can mount both of them on the top. And yeah, there they are. Now, the other cool thing that you can do with these guys is put them in an unofficial G1 robot mode, which I love. I saw somebody do this online and was like, I wonder if you can actually do this. And lo and behold, you can. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So we're going to use Runabout first. So it's easier to go from car mode. You're going to lift this up like this. You want to then spin the bottom around like such. Separate out that, collapse in the tires, make your backpack. Bring your arms out like you would normal for robot mode, and then get the head out, which is difficult because I have no fingernails. Hang on, off camera. Alright, there we go. Had to use something to pry that out because I have 0 fingernails. So then you put the head back down. And then the feet, you're just going to fold forward like you would in regular leg mode. Make sure both tires are down. And then the arms, spin them around. Don't bring the heads out, just spin them around. And then bring your backpack up. there we go, and lock into place. And then there we have Runabout in his G1 mode, and then the guns mounted on the shoulder, and they still do here, which is amazeballs. So again, with Runamuck, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to lift this up, put your tires back in, build your backpack, break out your arms, unpeg, there we go, spin it around, bring the arms down, pull the head out. Let's see if I can get this one out any easier. All right, there we go. So I'm going to put the head down, put our backpack back up, spin the arms around forward, bring the feet down like thus, right there, and then you mount the gun on his left shoulder, or right shoulder, because back in the day, that's how it was set up, and there we go. Here we have the Battle Chargers in their G1 robot modes. Again, this is absolutely ridiculous, but it is fun. I like it. The fact that we can do this, we did this with Ironhide and Ratchet, so I don't know if that's just something the toy designers are doing just to have fun with us, or if it's just crafty people out on the internet. I don't know, but I really like the way these came out. I like the way they look. I just think it's a lot of fun, especially to somebody who had these as a kid. It's got that old G1 retro vibe in their G1 modes. Very cool, very fun, and yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Give this video a thumbs up for the G1 alternate mode. So is the Transformers Earthrise Runamuck and Runabout figures that you want in your Transformers collection? I'm going to say yes. They're definitely two of my favorite this year, just because I liked the Battle Chargers as a kid with G1, of course, and I think they did a great job of bringing those to the modern age. I think the sculpts look great. Overall, the articulation is very good, even though my Runabout has some problems with the head moving. You know, it is what it is. At least it's looking forward, so that's kind of cool. And all the little homages that they put into this, like the double wheels and the head sculpts and the blaster designs, I think that is very cool. And they got painted taillights. We don't ever get that in Transformers today. And it's just fun to collect these twins when they do come out, for sure. So yeah, there they are. Runamuck and Runabout from Transformers Earthrise. Hey guys, thanks for watching. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And jump over to Facebook and like my page to upload your video links, pictures, and join the conversation there. Click on the links in the description below.